Hi there, kids. Here's our last story for taking care of the earth. We've learned about garbage and landfills, natural resources, recycling, composting, and pollution. Today's story is called Goodbye from Good Old Earth. After today's story, you will be able to explain why people have a special responsibility to take care of the earth. Let's go over our vocabulary first. Our vocabulary word is effort. Effort is a serious attempt or a try. For example, recycling takes time and effort but helps to save Earth's natural resources. In this last story, let's listen carefully as Good Old Earth gives some last suggestions about how you can help to take care of the planet. Try to remember the different things that Earth says you can do to help solve the Earth's problems. Well, this is probably the last time you'll see a picture like this of good old Earth, at least for a while. Of course, it's not the last time you'll see me at all. You see me, or at least part of me, every time you open your eyes. Before I say goodbye, I want to share a few interesting things with you. Listen closely and you will learn some amazing things that you and other people can do to take care of me. Remember, it's important that everyone do his or her part. If every person accepts the responsibility to do a few little things, then these little things will start to add up to many big things. So pitch in. Think about what I've taught you and spread the words reduce, reuse, and recycle. Tell your friends and families that they need to help take care of the earth too. Don't litter, and if you see a place where other people have littered, ask an adult to help you organize a litter pickup. Don't throw trash out where it doesn't belong. And if you see a place where other people have thrown their garbage out in the ground or in a lake or river, ask a grown-up to help you plan a way to clean up that area. You and your family can also make sure you recycle paper, cans, cardboard boxes, glass, and that plastic that you use, or even start a compost pile with your leftover scraps so less trash goes to the landfills. What symbol do you see on this bin? Set up recycling bins in your home and school. Make a plan to get the materials from the bin to the recycling center. And stick to your plan. If you collect a lot of recyclable materials but never bother to take them to the recycling center, you've only taken the first important step necessary in recycling. If you want to make sure that the recycling goes where it needs to go, then make it your responsibility to take care of it. Make sure that everything is properly sorted and out on the curb when the recycling truck comes. If your neighborhood doesn't have a recycling service, find out where your closest recycling center is. Then, work with a parent or another relative with a car to set up 1 or 2 days each month when you will take a trip to drop everything off at the recycling center. Tell me what you see in this picture. Can you think of why riding a bike might be better for the earth than driving a car? Another thing you can do is try to use your cars a little less. People are good walkers, and cars aren't the only things with wheels. Instead of getting a ride to a place that's just around the corner, maybe you can walk or ride a bicycle. That way, you won't burn any gasoline and you don't put any air pollution into the air. Plus, the exercise is good for you. Of course, if people live close to the places that often need to get to, that helps them drive their cars a lot less too. If you or your parents absolutely have to ride or drive, find out if there's any way you can carpool with someone else. Carpooling is when 2 or more people ride in a car together to the same place. Do you understand how this reduces air pollution? If 4 people ride together to the playground, the store, or school as part of a carpool, that means only 1 car engine is burning gasoline instead of 4 engines. What is this a picture of? How many people could ride it at one time? Or encourage your family to use the bus or train if you live in a city or town where they are available. Buses are a great way to get lots of people to where they need to go and to reduce the number of cars on the road. Anything you can do to reduce the number of cars on the road will also reduce the amount of pollution in the air. Another simple thing you can do to fight air pollution is to plant trees in gardens. Trees and other plants take in certain kinds of pollution including exhaust from cars and trucks. The trees and plants put clean oxygen back into the air, which humans need to breathe. That means trees actually help clean the air. Every single tree matters, so plant trees wherever you can. And of course, use less paper and recycle used paper whenever you can. Reduce the amount of paper used, and you'll reduce the amount of trees that need to be cut down. That way, there will be more trees available to clean the air. One of the simplest things you can do is to try to use less electricity. Whenever you are watching television, working on a computer, or turning on a light, you are using electrical power. If people use less electrical power, then power plants won't need to burn quite as much coal, oil, or other natural resources, and that will mean less air pollution. So, when you turn off a lamp or a television, you are actually helping to keep the air clean. Whenever you walk out of a room for a while, remember to turn off the light. If it's daytime, try to open the blinds or curtains and let in some natural light so you don't have to use as much electricity. Don't forget that living things, including humans, need fresh water to survive, and that there is a limited supply of fresh water on Earth. You can do your part in conserving water by not wasting it. We use water for baths, washing dishes, flushing the toilet, cooking, and watering our gardens and yards. The list goes on and on. Remember to use only what you need. People can conserve water by turning off the faucet while brushing their teeth or by taking shorter showers. People can make sure that they turn off their sprinklers in the summer when the weather report calls for rain. Every water drop counts. Most important, I want to finish by reminding you that you are part of a truly beautiful and amazing world. Whether you live in the city or in the country, whether you live in a big apartment building, in a neighborhood, or on a farm, you are part of this world, and the things you can do affect the whole planet. People sometimes pollute and create all sorts of problems for the environment, but people also have the power to find solutions and to take care of the environment. Make it a point to be part of the solution. If every person makes a small effort or seriously tries to help reduce, reuse, and recycle, it adds up and makes a big difference in taking care of good old Earth. Thank you. Let's discuss some of these questions with your family from the story. Name some things you and your family can do to help solve the trash problem. How does planting a tree help clean the air? How does turning off lights reduce pollution? Name one way you can conserve fresh water. In your journal, write and draw some things you and your family can do to help solve the problem of air pollution. Make sure you talk about all of your family.